up, guys? I got great news. Well, yesterday, bad news first. Yesterday, my charger for my GoPro messed up, so I went all this off-roading stuff yesterday with Moto Hobo, and my camera was dead the whole time. But while we were there, look at this. 10,086 miles right this second. So it's time for the 10,000 mile WR250R review. For y'all that don't know, this is a 2019. I've had it since April 26th or something like that. I mean, I've rode it through Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, here in South Carolina. I mean, if y'all watch the channel, you know I do wheelies. I beat it pretty good. And I have not had a single issue out of this bike. Literally nothing. Like, it's never let me down. And I've changed a few things, you know, bars, and phone's doing something weird. I've changed bars and added a GPS and chargers and tank and seat and exhaust. You know, but I haven't changed anything to do with the reliability of this motor. I deleted the emissions, and I mean, I've never had an issue with it. And like I said, it's not the fastest bike on earth, but I can get on the interstate and I can keep up with traffic just fine. I don't get blown around too bad. I can cruise 70, 75, no problem. And I mean, yesterday I hit 90 miles an hour. So, I mean, all around, it's all arounder. Like, you know, I had to add some auxiliary lighting because the headlights sucked and stuff like that. I didn't have to, but when you're night riding, especially trying to record on a GoPro, if y'all watched my last video I uploaded, you just can't see. You can't see without, like, substantial lighting with a GoPro at night, especially a 4. Man, I packed this camera, got it mounted up, got everything situated, and I left the SD card at home just now. So, none of this camera today. But we're going to meet up with Moto Hobo right now and do a little bit of riding today too. So, but yeah, I mean, I haven't had an issue with suspension. I mean, that big gun exhaust I put on here, it did melt my turn signal and stuff like that, but that's, I mean, that has nothing to do with the motorcycle, really. I mean, I guess that would be the exhaust manufacturer. Like, I don't know why they would make it where it would melt the factory components. But, you know, I'm not an engineer. But for real though, like, I mean, seat concept seat. We got the tusk pannier racks. I don't have any bags on here right now other than my tank bag, but Nelson rigs, soft bags, panniers, and I got the tusk hard panniers. I got Wolfman Enduro tank panniers, and then I got a Nelson rig 12-pack cooler that is like universal strap-on straps to whatever you put it on, whatever you can strap it to. That cooler is pretty nice, honestly. When y'all seen I drove it all the way to Tennessee, loaded it down with camping gear alone, didn't have a single issue. I mean, just to prove the reliability of it, if y'all watch the channel, you've seen quite a few of the wrecks I've been through, and Moto Hobo laid his down yesterday, which would be Sunday, on the road. Everybody's fine. I don't know when his video will be out, but I mean, literally the foot peg, the factory peg, which they're garbage anyways, it got stuck, like bent up, and then so we took a wrench and just slid it in there, bent it back down, it was fine. and then the shifter got pushed into the motor a little bit, so he couldn't really shift. So we just stuck a wrench behind it and bent it back out. I mean, we headed down the mountain, and he rode an hour, probably from where the wreck happened, at least an hour and a half. Yeah, he rode at least an hour and a half home. I mean, after wrecking, doing 45, 35 to 45, somewhere in there, on the asphalt. Bike slid. My camera was dead because I couldn't record yesterday, and I don't think he got it recorded. But if y'all follow my Snapchat, you kind of seen the crash scene on my story. But everybody's alright, that's the important part. But yeah, I mean, the IMS 4.7, I get 250 miles to a tank now. Probably one of my favorite investments. The seat I don't know, I have a lot of just things that I don't know what I would do without. Like the seat concept seat, as much as I ride, I mean, I got 10,000 miles in like 7 months. The seat concept seat, it makes a big difference. And the exhaust, I mean, I love the exhaust. I'm running 1449, and I'm actually running a 130/90/18, I think, and a 90/90/21 Tusk D-Sport tire. And I have about 300 and something miles on these tires as of now. So they're just getting broke in for the road, really. Supposed to get up to like mid-60s today, so I just wore a hoodie. It's a little cold right now, but I don't really want to wear my big old jacket and all that and then be burning up here in an hour. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say about the bike. Like, it works. I think that's why so many people like them. I think that's why it's becoming the #1 small adventure bike on the market. I mean, you got sub 10K price range. It's super reliable. 26,000 mile valve checks, 4,000 mile oil changes. I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, like, literally everything. I'm still on the factory brake pads at 10,000 miles. They're probably a little under half now. And I ride my brakes. Like, off-road, my fingers are slightly, I feel like I touch my front brake all the time. And, like, doing wheelies, I ride my rear brake just a little bit. Like, whatever pads these are, they have done great. Man, I could get some that stop a little better, you know, that bite more, but at the same time, like, these lock up the tire and they work, so they last. Can't complain. The clutch is still doing fine. I think I'm gonna replace it at like 12,000 miles. It's kind of what I'm planning, unless it starts slipping before then. But as of right now, the clutch is great. I took pictures of all the service intervals of the WR. I like screenshotted them. I don't really know if I'm supposed to do that, but I screenshotted them. I mean, basically all your servicing is just making sure stuff's lubed, like greased. So at like 7 and 10,000 miles, you need to check, make sure your steering, triple tree bearings, whatever they're called, has grease. Check your swing arm bearings, and which I just rebuilt. I did rebuild my Yamalink, but that's not of any fault of the WR. I was in a hurry putting it together, and I totally forgot to fill it with grease the first time I installed it. Because I was like ready to ride, you know what I mean? I threw it in there, forgot to pump it full of grease, and it destroyed the bearings in the Yamalink. But I got a rebuild kit for it. All the factory rebuild bearings work for the Yamalink, just so y'all know. Ordered everything OEM, a little more expensive, but OEM's the way to go most of the time on stuff like that, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I'm cruising 65. I mean, it's like a 35-mile-an-hour zone, but I mean, all in all, though, I love this bike. Like, I don't think I'll ever sell it. This screw looks loose. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever sell it. I mean, well, one, by the time I pay it off, I'll have like 50,000 miles on it, so there's that. Honestly, as of now, I regret getting the warranty, which most people do, but you know, I'm normally bad about breaking. Yeah, I mean, 10,000 miles of nothing but fun. So far, this bike, I haven't had a single issue out of. Like, I've had nothing but enjoyment out of this bike. Literally, the hardest thing I've done to this bike is probably, like, changing the sprockets, which is crazy. Like, that's crazy in my mind. The fact that I can ride this thing the way I do and not have to do anything. I mean, I changed the oil every 2,000 miles. Pretty sure it's supposed to be 4,000 miles, but I change it every 2,000 miles because I do wheelies and bounce rev limiter, and you know, I just feel like just take that extra step. You know, I don't want it to blow up. Even though I got the warranty, I'm not trying to screw it up. It's alright, we'll go that way still. Y'all have any questions, feel free to comment, let me know, ask me whatever you got. I mean, that's my outtake on this bike, man. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so I'll catch up with y'all later in the next video, which will probably be exploring with Moto Hobo, which I'm on the way to meet him now. So, until next time, peace.